Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video. Welcome to a new Perfume of the Month video. I hope you're all doing wonderfully well, and if you're new here, do subscribe. It's the red button down below and it means a lot to me. It's super easy to do so. I actually am Melissa. I post a video every Thursdays on my channel regarding vlogs, lifestyle, fashion, a bit of beauty, and notably the Perfume of the Month series on my channel. Go check out the whole playlist because I've been filming those since like the end of 2020 or something, so there's a lot to catch up on. But today we're back with one that I'm so excited to do because we're gonna do an Ariana Grande perfume review, and it's gonna be this beautiful lilac one, which is the Thank You Next 2.0 perfume by Ariana Grande. I have the box right here, but we're gonna talk about that in a second. But yeah, I'm so excited to be sitting down with you guys, and I hope you will enjoy this review. So if you want to know more about this particular perfume, keep on watching. This is quite sentimental and emotional for me because pretty much all of my very first perfume of the month were Ariana Grande perfumes. I did my very first perfume of the month was Cloud, which is till this day my favorite Ariana perfume ever, and it's actually in the top of my all-time favorite perfumes in general. Love it and I really recommend it. And then I also did R.E.M. when it just like launched in Switzerland. I did afterwards Ari, and then I also did the most recent, which is God is a Woman. I believe I filmed that at the beginning of the year. So go check them out if you're interested. I'm still working on my Ariana Grande perfume collection. There's just a few that I'm not a huge fan of, so I might not do those. But last week, or no, 2 weeks ago actually, I was on Douglas, which is the only website I use to buy beauty and perfumes because they have so many cool brands like Ariana Grande perfume, Kylie Cosmetic, Kylie Skin, all these like really cool ones. This is not sponsored by them ever. It's just that I really genuinely like their website and I use their e-shop a lot. And a few weeks ago, I was searching for an Ariana Grande perfume. I wanted to get one of her new ones. I really want to get the Cloud 2.0, but unfortunately they don't have it. So I found Thank You Next 2.0 instead, which I was very excited about. And basically for my Perfume of the Month videos, what I usually do, I start by talking about the box, the bottle, and then I get into the notes. And finally, I just give you my own like recommendation, thoughts, and I compare it kind of to the other perfumes I've tried from the same brand or from Ariana Grande in this case. So I think without further ado, now that I did a really long intro, we can get into the actual bottle and box. So for the bottle, as you can see, this is the bottle. I'm gonna put close-ups, of course, as I usually do. Beautiful lilac bottle. You have this broken heart holder, and when you get this out, you have the perfume, which is a round little perfume. It's iridescent, kind of inspired by space, which makes a lot of sense because Ariana Grande is obsessed with space, as we know. The little cap is beautiful because it looks like a little like diamond or stone. It's really, really pretty. And yeah, you just put it back in here and it creates a beautiful little decoration for your house or for your room, whatever. It obviously looks a lot like the Thank You Next, like the original one, which is the pink version. It's exactly the similar design. And I got the 30 milliliter. This is why it's quite small, but it was the only size available at the time when I was purchasing from the website. But it's fine, at least I got to really try it, and if I want to get the bigger bottle, at least I know I like it. And then for the box, you have this stunning box. It also looks quite similar to the Thank You Next, like the first one. You have Thank You Next written all around here. It's in 3D, which is really nice, and it's 2.0 Ariana Grande. It's iridescent, purple, and also a bit silver. Now we're gonna get into the notes. What I usually do is I give the top notes, which are the notes that are like the most light, I would say, the lightest ones that you smell right off the bat and that don't necessarily stay the longest. The middle notes are the notes that you smell after a few minutes. They're a bit, I would say they're the notes that I smell the most and that stay on my skin the longest, but obviously different from person to person. And then the base notes are the notes you smell after a few minutes or so. We're gonna get going. I have my phone right here because I do have to check. I don't remember by heart. And by the way, we continue with the purple theme. I love it. So basically for the top notes, we have wild strawberry, apple juice, and pomegranate. So it's definitely a fruity perfume, by the way. I didn't mention that yet, but it's super fruity. As you can see, the top notes are all fruits. It's definitely also a sweet perfume. So if you don't like fruits, you don't like sweet, and you don't like floral, I would stay away from it because it is definitely a mix of all of that. It's definitely very flirty, very young, but we're gonna get into that after. So basically, right off the bat, I'm gonna just spray it. can smell it again. Yeah, okay, so definitely I confirm because I tried this morning already to smell it. I was like, yeah, that's what I smell right away. Apple juice or apple, it's very strong. I smell that the most. I do smell a little bit of strawberry. I don't particularly smell pomegranate, but I know it's not necessarily like the strongest scent out of the three, but apple is very strong. So if you do not like the smell of apple juice, as simple as that, I would stay away from it because it's very strong and it stays on your skin quite a bit too. So very, very fruity. And then for the middle notes, it's super interesting because you go into something completely different. You smell white orchid and you also have some jasmine. You guys know I do not particularly like jasmine. Thankfully, it's really not that strong in this perfume. It doesn't bother me. It actually is so like light that, yeah, it doesn't bother me at all. I would say that I definitely do smell the white orchid more. It definitely is floral after a few seconds. Like, you know, you smell the apple juice, smell the strawberry, and then you get right into floral. That's why I say if you do not like floral either, this perfume might not be for you because you do smell the floral part a lot. The base notes, you have marshmallow, musk, and you also have sandalwood. Sandalwood is kind of like the basic, or you know, it's a basis to a lot of perfumes. I don't particularly smell it a lot. I think it's just there to make it a bit more strong and not heavy, but like, you know, just strong, I would say. I really do not smell that much of sandalwood in there. Musk is also very subtle and I'm very happy about that because I'm not the biggest fan either of musk. I know I'm really complicated with scents, it feels like, but jasmine and musk are the two that I'm like, ugh, I will avoid, and rose as well, depending on the perfume. So musk is also like one of the notes where I'm like scared of. Thankfully, also here, I don't smell it too much. I do smell a little bit after a few hours that I've had it on my skin. It really doesn't bother me as much as the God is a Woman perfume. Because in the God is a Woman perfume, musk is like a key note and it really bothers me a lot, and that's why I don't really like it so much. But this one is not that bad. And then the marshmallow part, I wouldn't say I smell it so much, but what was really funny is that when I smelled it for the first time and I wore it for like a day or two, it was funny because I felt like it was a big mix between Cloud and Ari, if I had to compare two Ariana Grande perfume or like mix two perfumes. Cloud definitely for the fruity part, because Cloud is definitely fruity and it has pear inside, like it's super fruity. It feels like nearly this one would have pear, but it's actually the apple that we smell. So I feel like it's a mix between that part of Cloud, and then Ari has actually marshmallow inside too as a note. So that's maybe why it reminds me of the two fragrances. So I would say that if you like both fragrances, this is a good mix because it really is like a mix of both. So yeah, as you can see, it's a big mix of a lot of things, but I would say that fruity, floral, and sweet are the three main kind of aspects or like notes of this perfume. Now, what I think about it and like, yeah, just my overall like thoughts on it, it definitely is, as I said, one of my favorite perfumes by Ariana Grande. Right away when I smelled it, I was like pleasantly surprised. I was a little bit scared that it would look too much or smell too much like Thank You Next, like the regular version, because that one is really particular to me. I feel like Thank You Next is like nearly kind of a category of its own. Like the others, you kind of see how they could be similar, but Thank You Next, but that's really my opinion, is really different, and God is a Woman as well. Like these two for me are just like so different to the others, like you really cannot relate them to each other. But yeah, that's my opinion, obviously. But this one is super nice because, as I said, it's a great mix between Ari and Cloud, which are two of my favorites by Ariana. Obviously I got sold on the packaging. I have to be honest, the packaging is a 10 out of 10 for me, whether it's the box or especially the bottle and its holder. I would definitely though like suggest or recommend this for a younger person, like a younger girl. It could be great for a teenager or a young adult. It definitely is a super flirty and young smell or scent. So I would envision myself wearing this when I'm like out for a holiday at the beach. Obviously don't wear a perfume when you afterwards go tan because it's really bad for your skin, but like in the evening, or even if it's in the morning and you just have a day kind of at the hotel chilling or something. It's a great perfume, I think, for the season. I feel like it's not really a heavy scent, so it's definitely a bit more of a spring summer, but that's, you know, what I think. It stays a long time on you as well. Like I realized it stays longer than other of her perfumes. Yeah, you guys, let me know if you have it. Let me know which perfume by Ariana Grande is your favorite. If you have any suggestions for future perfumes, let me know. I know I got a lot of suggestions last time. I just have to check out the perfumes you mentioned in the comments and actually go buy them. But I bought this one. I figured I would just talk about that one before any other. And that's pretty much it. Stay tuned, subscribe. I'm excited for next week's vlogs, my Paris vlog, and I will see you next week in my next video. Bye everyone.